Hey folks, Quill18 here, and welcome to another episode of Let's Play Hearts of Iron 4, the Death or Dishonor expansion. And if I have not calculated things properly, it's possible that our communist Yugoslavia is going to experience the death part of that equation, as Germany is currently fabricating their war with the USSR. Now, it has occurred to me, I don't have to join right away. I'm sure I'll get a call to arms, but I don't have to answer instantly. I could just wait for a little while, and then I could take a look at some war and offer to join in on a side or something like that, right? That's like a button that could happen. I think if my allies are in the war or something like that, I think I'll get the option of joining in there and defending, because it's part of my faction. We'll see how it goes. I mean, I'll have a certain amount of time to say yes or no as well. So here's the thing: we are still on the limited conscription. We are obviously going to be making a move to extensive conscription. In fact, that's certainly what we're going to do when we get 28 more political power. Right now, our equipment is okay, although we'll probably start draining it pretty quick. What I want to make sure to do is I'm going to go and train up. So those are going to be good for garrisons. I'm going to train up a few more of our regular infantry divisions up until... There we go. That's going to use all of our... Oh, that's going to use all of our equipment as well. We'll run out of artillery, so never mind. Let me just scroll this back here. Maybe I'd already figured this out. Do that, and I'm going to cancel one more over here, just to make sure we keep some artillery in the pool and don't run out instantly. So apparently that's going to be the first thing we run out of. So let's just check our construction queue over here. Well, at the top of the queue, we're already running a lot of factories. I could... actually, we're going to be running low on a few of these things, too. I do want the anti-tank. I don't really think I can truly give up a factory here. How are we doing on tungsten? We could trade for a little tungsten to keep that production rate up just a scooch more. Not that one. And rubber, there's still nowhere we can really trade for this. I'm not going to trade with Brazil. Our ships are just going to get sunk, so that's going to be no good. We have a surplus of 4 steel, but that's not really a thing. So once they come in, our improved artillery should build up a little faster. Is it... No, we really don't have any in the tank. So yeah, so we're going to deploy all the artillery we've got. And then, of course, we're going to start losing some in the fight. So we will start to run low. I might want to trim down a little bit, just to prevent any problems. Now, we are going to have some extra manpower. Of course, once the fighting starts, they'll get drained a little bit. But I could just throw in some just more garrison units, even as part of some of our front line, you know. They're pretty thin, but all they do is add just more bodies. Now, you know what? I'm betting we will start burning through our manpower pretty quick once this gets started. Our construction queue, we're still trying to get a little bit of anti-air set up, which is going to be A-okay. We've got the radar level 2 there and there, and you can see the extra radius of it. It's actually quite cool. All right, compared to the level 1 radars. Level 1. Yeah, that's actually quite handy to get our air control. So, we are finishing off our war against Greece over here. We got a handful of troops moving forward. I guess we're going to go ahead and let them do that. Let's check our garrison rule over here. You guys are garrisoning everything you need. You're saying you need 26 divisions right now to take care of everything I'm asking you to take care of. And there'll probably be a little bit more as we grab some territory. That's going to be okay. So let's take a look at our plans. A gold army here is going to get probably disbanded and join up something else once things get started. That's going to be okay. Silver army is holding the German front. Dark green is holding the Italian front here, with light green being part of the attack against this little spit of Italy. But the thing is, I don't think there's going to be much opposition. So I'm actually going to go and take 1, 2, 3 of these guys and put them on this Italian front right away. Because these are mostly German troops. They're going to be fighting pretty well. We don't have a whole lot of anti-tank stuff. We're building some anti-tank, but I'm pretty sure if I were to go to add this, we would be way in the hole, anti-tank-wise. But what I could do is I could duplicate this. Slightly different icon. I don't know. The Pegasus for now. Put the support anti-tank on this. And just convert. So you need 24 per. We have 76 in storage. So let's say we just convert 2 divisions to this. Then we'd have a few extra left in storage. Is it a good idea? It's probably not a terrible idea. Rather than convert anything here and lose some of the experience, 2 of these guys are now going to become Mountaineer Type 1s, you're going to spawn in over here and join the Silver Front. That's going to be fine. And these guys are all going to be joining the Hungarian front, which currently has no one really on it other than Russian troops, Soviet troops, who may or may not move once the war starts. We'll see. I would actually like to recruit more, but I'm not sure that we're going to be able to. We'll see how it goes. So I think at this juncture I can unpause. Okay, artillery regiments are about to come in, which is good, because we're going to get some very, very valuable defense in a moment here. Go, go, go. Smash, smash, smash. Excellent. So what we're going to do is we're not going to pick up the Federal Defense Council. It takes 70 days, but give us 10% boost to defenses, which I think will be very valuable. So Athens about to fall. That'll probably cause Greece to capitulate as soon as we're actually in there. Yes, no, maybe so. Greece is capitulated. Excellent. We get some equipment. That's handy. So, Gold Group, I'm going to split you in half, put half of you up against the Hungarian front, and the other half is going to go all up in the German one. Now, I still can't, like, just drag... No, because they're separate countries. Maybe once the wars... Well, I mean, once our war starts, yes, but I'm wondering, once they declare war on the USSR, if I can treat this all as one front or not, because it would be a little bit more convenient. But we'll see how it goes. Now, there's still no one hanging out here, which means our pawn here will be able to move and grab this naval base and deny some naval invasions, which will be great. People are trying to land there. We do have some pawns being trained up here, and they're going to be jumping into that garrison, which is going to be fine once we've got a few more, just to pad out some bodies. And I think, I was going to say, I think I remember seeing a few dummy garrisons just in there now. It doesn't mean that we might not still add you to some of these fronts. I think I'm going to leave you in this front. This is a very long line, so someone just the pawns actually would be a pretty good addition to this long freaking front line. Although there are some Soviet troops there to help us out, so that will make a difference. Alright, so everyone's shuffling about. That's fine. Gonna get the defense tech soon. Oh, construction-wise... Right, the anti-air. We do have some fortifications on the border. It's only level 1 forts, but it should hopefully help. Although if we lose that instantly at the start of the war, then that's just going to be more annoying to take things back, but we'll see. What we don't have is a battle plan, and I suppose we should do it just so that we can get some preparation bonus. So the idea is you're going to go there. Green group, we'll have to assign some leaders to all of these guys as well. Green, you're going to be pushing up to this river. Silver, you're going to be... Oops, wrong button. You're going to be pushing up to this river over here. Why is your line all inverted and backwards and stupid looking? There it is. Good. So everyone's got a battle plan. You're going to be very cautious if you're going to do anything at all. Same thing here. You have... Let's see here. Do I have any leaders assigned? No, no leaders assigned. General, Field Marshal with the max planning. I'm going to give you to the Hungarian one. And then over here, I guess you're going to go... Who needs the urban fighting more? Don't know if it really matters. You can get Vladimir. You can get the urban. Maybe you can get up to Trist. Probably not, because the numbers are going to be bad. What we're going to have to do is just tank, soak as much damage as possible. We'll get a general up in here. Actually, no. We'll give some experience to our field marshal, and then maybe we can assign him somewhere else afterwards. All right. That's going to keep going. I need to redeploy these planes. Let's get you into the middle, and you're going to be taking care of the Western Balkans. I'm going to go and probably just get rid of the transports for now. We can redeploy you later. And then you guys are going to be going night and day. I think that's going to be perfectly fine because we've got some radar coverage now, so we'll actually have a little bit of detection during the night. Research is coming up. We are late 40. I think it's a little early start on the 41. That's certainly too early. It would be really handy. Oh, 276 days. Yeah, to get some heart attack on our infantry would be great because we still have a little bit of that shortage of piercing. We're not going to go mechanized right here. That's going to be okay. I don't think we need the logistics company, and we're actually a little shy on supply, and we're full on our support company slots. So you're doing that. We could get an air doctrine. 41, we could start on this. Oh, 40. Let's get some encryption tech, because having a decryption encryption edge helps, or at the very least not having a penalty is very helpful. So since there's no percentage next to it, it means the Soviet Union doesn't have that tech, which means if we participate in battles alongside them, I think we will use our encryption decryption as opposed to theirs, so that will help. Outdated equipment. Oh yes, our better anti-tank. Let's get you going in there. And oh right, that's right, I'm training up our Pegasus units. Okay, that's going to be fine. Well, if Italy or Germany doesn't move anyone in here, we can just sweep this area instantly. It helps that we've got a couple of pawns nearby, too, just to help with just sweeping in general. I'm going to keep the 3 true infantry over here just to pad things out, but that'll be a-okay. Scrapping with some Greek naval forces over there. How are you being... You were being attrition for a tick. I mean, I know that the infrastructure here took some damage. I'm going to cancel this factory here, because we had no progress in it, and we don't really need it. The anti-air is probably still worthwhile doing. And I guess you'll finish the Serbian military factory. That's going to be okay. I don't remember when Germany's going to finish their thing here. Ah, we got a while still. That's good. As a training, I would like these guys to get as much training as possible before I put them out. And we've got full equipment, so it is at the point where they'll auto-deploy. So we get some attempted landings here. Fall of Nanjing. Are you going to be able to hold that? Okay, it's turning green, so I guess we're going to be okay. These are pretty thin little landings. Civilian factory sabotage. That is annoying. We could add some military police components to these guys, just to help squash some of those rebellions, because that will be persistent. But maybe we won't care about it that much. It's going to be low in the queue. We're not going to spend some of our production. Oh shit, they landed over here. Seriously? For crap's sakes. Okay, change of plans. Green group. You have to come over here. And smash these guys. You might have to smash over here too. Do we really not have enough pawns in place? I guess not. Okay, I think I can auto-deploy them. Yeah, they don't need to have a lot of experience. I just need them to be physically around. So you get in there, you'll help fill in some of those gaps. Cheers and thank you. Okay, you did defend over here, which is nice. And we should be able to retake this in moments. No problem. We just have to wait, they'll get a little bit of organization, then they should push on their own, actually, just fine. I've started already, they don't have any organization right now. There we go, multiple flanks, reinforcements hitting in there. Here, you can throw in as well. I know you have no org, but that's fine. They're surrounded, they don't have any organization. We go and bop them. And hopefully one of our garrison units will move down there now. Dangerous naval invasion. But is it, though? Okay. Oh, and that front is still there? I guess so. I guess I didn't delete the orders from before. Okay, you're good there, you're good there. That seems to be holding out. I mean, you are dug in. You're entrenched a lot, which is helpful. Okay, modify government. So, we need extensive conscription. And right now, what's still holding us back is equipment. And we actually have... That's weird, because it looked like we were out of things. Can we actually train more? Did we develop that much? Oh, was I doing this before Greece capitulated? So now we've got some Greek stuff. I'll add in a few, not too many. Because again, once we start fighting, equipment is going to start getting destroyed pretty aggressively. Especially if we start to suffer attrition anywhere. That becomes pretty bad. So you guys are still ready to go once things start. Italy does have some units here now, though. You're still fabricating? You're still fabricating. That's a long fabrication, which is good. I would really prefer to wait until the Federal Defense Council finishes before we say yes to the war, because then we'll have the 10% bonus. Hopefully all our units will have max entrenchments. Look like they're pretty good there. Yeah, full strength, full entrenchment. Oh yeah, that garrison was intentionally staying in that group, so that's going to be okay. Is anyone coming out of our garrison group? Yeah, someone is coming down there to defend that fort. That port, so that's good. So yeah, it would not surprise me if we burn through this manpower pretty quick. Now we do have another level. We could go to one of the ones that starts to hurt production, right? Service by requirement, for example. It starts to give us a penalty to factory output. I would like to avoid that as long as possible. German Reich declared war. We have a call to arms, but we can wait until the 23rd. And I can go and say join wars over here if that does get expired. So December 23rd, that request expires, and we can manually join afterwards. Can we get a preview of when this is going to happen? No, but probably after. So yeah, we'll have to make a bit of a decision. I would like all these troops to be out, you know, in position, have a chance to get their organization up, and ideally get some entrenchment. But I'd also like them to not be green, because green is pretty bad. It's what, a 25% penalty to all your fighting? And it's not like we're going to be training up before the war starts either. So the more experience we can get for them before things start, definitely the better. I don't know if we'll say yes on the 23rd of December. Maybe. This is still pretty open. That's open, which is good. These ports are finally going to get defended. Anti-air guns are almost done. And then you're going to go into just repairing infrastructure, which is probably okay. I mean, we could go and get another level of something. I mean, we could get more air upgrades in a few places. They're not too long to build, right? 3,300. It's not bad. We could do that, put some more anti-air guns in there, because the planes we've got are pretty obsolete. I think we're building jet fighter 2s now. Or not jet fighters, but fighter 2s, but most of what we've got are the interwar ones. I could also just build more, you know, more land forts. But I don't think they'll be in time. I suspect it's going to be okay to just basically leave our queue open for repairs, because I think we're probably going to get bombed a bunch once things start. And yeah, there's some resistance to occupation. We've got some presence there, but how am I going to support equipment? We really don't have a lot. I'm actually worried that once we start, we're going to hit a little bit of a shortfall, but I don't think there's anything I want to take production away from. Not really, no. Maybe I could just cancel the motorized line completely. We got tons in storage, actually. Let's go ahead and do that. There you go, a little bit more support equipment. We've got no anti-tank being built right now either. We've got some stockpiled, because we're still training some things up. Still, I think the priority's got to be developing the stuff that is heavily in use. These are still pending upgrades, and we're going to start losing actual numbers soon. So, yeah. All right, we are now on the cusp of 41, which is nice. I feel like I probably need to get some more factory output nonetheless. Okay, I would really like to get the anti-tank, but we can get, after Federal Defense Council is done, we can pick up small arms, which will give us a research boost to one of those things, and it's probably worth just waiting for that. Or we take the artillery and do this. So either one we will... Okay, I will start with the artillery one, and then we can pick up the small arms after with the boost. Yeah, that's going to sound good. Because there's also an artillery boost, but we're going to get one or the other, not both. So you're doing that, so it's December. So how's the war going? Not great. Looks like the USSR is being pushed back. Now, if I enter, is it going to remove pressure from them or not? They are shifting some troops around there, and once they do join in, they'll have to shift back. But I don't think there's like an opening that we can exploit. I think it just might mean we'll get hit a little bit less hard, a little less quickly. You guys are nearly done, so I'm going to go ahead and deploy you guys now. I realize you still won't have quite the experience, but you can get in there and get dug in, and you'll get experience pretty damn quick once you're actually fighting, so I think that's going to be okay. We do have some air experience. I don't remember when we were building our Fighter 2s. Did we modify them? No, and I should really do that, actually. Speed is the #1 thing with planes. We have just enough experience to do this. Doesn't reduce reliability, so we're going to go and make a Mark 1 fighter over here. A little bit of speed is very, very, very helpful for fighters. Makes a massive difference in the actual combat. There's a good chance that you can end up in a 2v1 situation if you've got better speed, which is great. So we've got 11 days to decide if we're going to join in right away. They're being pushed on all fronts. Feel like if we don't do anything, they're just going to get pushed back to here, which will happen anyway. I mean, historically, what of course would happen is the Soviets would get pushed back quite far before finally being ground to a halt. And then a counter push begins, assuming the Allies can start to do anything on the other side, which, I mean, you're having to rely on the AI doing something good. And that's not great. We are, like, severely outnumbered on all flanks here, but... Oh, you're supposed to only do 1 dose. Probably. Yeah. Overwhelming firepower is done. That's great. Let's do the next level. We got a discount for it. This is just a discount. This is just an upgrade to tank and armor variants, which isn't going to be helpful to us. But does get us to more soft attack and things. I mean, doctrines are always good, so what the hell, right? I think we gotta maybe consider extending our front over here, which means we definitely need more units in pink. I mean, do I go and deploy all these guys? Green troops as they are. Alright, let's do it. Get them in there, start doing some digging. We've got lots of manpower left, but that's really going to be... That's our fighting replenishment force. I don't think I can keep training up. We've got a fair amount of infantry equipment, but I'm betting we burned through this pretty quick. Oops, I did not need to actually bring that up yet. That's all a full year ahead of time. Yeah, we really can't do that. Same thing here, 42. We don't need any of this stuff. No tanks. We're doing this artillery upgrade, which is fine and good and groovy. You're doing that. We need nothing in naval. Air-wise, I mean, it would be great to have support, close air support, but we just don't have the means to produce it. Close air support agility. Although we do get 10% more air superiority. It's probably worth picking that up. Although, again, we're on the cusp of 41, so we could just grab a bunch of industrial techs as well. Let's get the doctrine. And that's going to be A-okay. So I have to let these troops actually get in position. Getting some attrition over here. And another question is, like, how's our repair job? We're almost caught up. Thessaly's going to be a problem. It's going to keep having unrest here. And things are keep smashing. Okay, that automatically went away. But we can still join in. It's just a question of when. So yeah, no org over here. You're still doing strategic redeployment. You've got that. Oh, I want to check again now that that war started. No, we still can't join these two fronts. Well, as soon as we join the war, I think we can. But then all my units are going to want to move around. It's going to be really annoying. You've just started your dig-in, and you've got your green. I think we're going to wait a little bit longer. I like that this is still empty, though. It's very handy. We'll be able to take all these Italian holdings in the Balkans really fast. Siam. There's our defense council. That might be our go signal, actually. 10% defensive boost is huge. And then, yeah, I'm going to grab the small arms research over here, which will give us a nice discount to some things. That's going to be lovely. Well, I think that's it. And I think what we're going to do is we're going to put a cut here. And next episode, we will go and ask the Soviet Union if we might be able to join their war, which, of course, they're going to say yes to. And, oh, my God. And then we're going to get smashed, is what's going to happen. Then we're probably going to get smashed. But we might be able to assist in burning out Germany's manpower and backlog of equipment. And that's really what's going to happen. We'll start to get smashed, we'll pull back, and then at some point we'll be able to start pushing forward as hopefully they start to run out of gas. Cross your fingers. It's going to be... 1941 is going to be a really, really hard year for Yugoslavia. Thanks for watching. See you next time.